Hey guys, my name's Deborah. Thanks for joining me today on Journey to Homestead. I just want to spend just a few minutes letting you know who I am and a little bit about the background and what I'm hoping to do here. So I started my first garden after we got married, which was 8 years ago. So probably 7 years ago, because we got married in the fall, was my first garden. We put it out in the field and had a spot for it, and then I think maybe it was the next year when I planted it, we brought our horses over, and so that whole garden got pulled up and moved. Thankfully we have done above ground beds, so basically we're just moving the boxes that we made, but every time we've moved them, we've had to refill them with fresh soil. So that's been a bit of an adventure, pulling up gardens early to move them to make room for other things. So anyways, I started totally from scratch, not having any idea what I was doing. And it's been a slow process. I really like to experiment. So even though my goal eventually is to grow a lot of the food that we eat throughout the year, I kind of just experiment like, oh, hey, let's try cantaloupe this year and see if it grows. Hey, let's try a different kind of corn and see what it does. So this year, like, I tried the plastic hoop house for my tomatoes, which I would say overall was a great success. I also tried shelling beans for the first time, which again overall was a good success. I think I didn't get as many as I was expecting, even though there were a ton of beans. By the time you shell them and put them up, I'm trying to think how many plants there probably were. A dozen or maybe a few more gave me about 4 quarts of dried beans. So anyways, overall a good success. But I just like experimenting and trying new things, even if it's not getting us a whole year's worth of food at this time. I want to have some experience on how to grow things, the successes, the failures, learn what I can do different, so that as we expand our garden, I can pick what works for us and what we like to eat. We've done a lot of peas in the past, but other than fresh eating, they don't get eaten a ton. So I didn't do peas this year because I feel like I feed them to other people more than I feed them to my family. So anyways, where am I going with that? My name's Deborah. Hi. So I'm relatively new to all of this is where I was going with that. I didn't grow up with a garden. We grew up with horses and dogs, so I have some animal experience throughout my childhood, but not really garden experience. So anyways, I'm hoping that you guys will join me to learn with me and grow with me. I'm hoping that I can share not only my successes, but some of the failures so that you can learn from my mistakes what not to do. And because I want to be real with you guys, I feel like a lot of times all the hype is all the good stuff, and I'm hoping to cover a lot of good stuff and hopefully to inspire you guys with new ideas, or to encourage you to do things that you might not have known were as simple or as easy to do, to step out of your box a little bit. But also I want to share with you the things that I try that don't work out, because I think that that's part of a homesteading journey and a homesteading lifestyle. Is sometimes things just don't work out the way you expected. A little more about us as a family. Like I said, we got married 8 years ago, and we've got 2 girls who are currently 6 and 3.5. This fall, I just started homeschooling for the 1st grade for my 6-year-old, which so far is going well. I did pick a box curriculum because I didn't want to be picking different subjects from all different curriculums, because that's not my style. I think I'd get overwhelmed trying to find the perfect fit for everything, at least this early on. As we move on in years to come, I might find that a different math works better for us or whatever. So I'm willing to be flexible, but for starting out for the first year, I really just wanted to have a core that had all the subjects included in it, so that I wasn't searching out trying to find all those different things. So anyways, what I'm hoping is to document some of our homesteading journey for ourselves so we can look back on it later in life and share it with our kids and with our family, but also to share this journey with you guys so that you can learn and experiment and try new things and see me try new things. I just picked up a steam juicer off of Craigslist 2 nights ago, and I've never used one before, but I'm gonna try it and I'll show you guys what I try and let you know what works and if I have any failures there, what doesn't work. I've got a ton of apples that I gotta do something with, so that's gonna be my first thing to go through the steam juicer, and that should be an easy thing to start out with, you know, start simple and go from there. What else? Next month, hopefully we are getting a freeze dryer. I'm super excited about that. It is an awesome preservation method. We're hoping to do a lot of meats with it. I think that's where we'll make back our money. But then all the produce and stuff, so much less processing if you can just throw it on a tray, throw it in the freeze dryer, and then in storage bags. So I'm super excited about getting that and sharing that adventure with you guys. I do some canning and some pressure canning. I am dabbling in fermentation, kombucha and apple scrap vinegar, not actually apple cider vinegar. Other fermentation. Those are the things I've done successfully. I tried pickles a couple times, but I think I had too much dill float to the top and had mold issues. So I have not successfully yet gotten fermented pickles, but those are something that I want to try again, which will have to wait till next year because it is cold, rainy, windy fall out right now. Anything else that I've tried real quick? I got a dehydrator this summer for my birthday. I got a nice dehydrator, so I'm trying to do more things. Instead of canning all the peaches I got this year, I went ahead and dehydrated them all. So experimenting new things like that. Herbs, I want to dehydrate some herbs, and I might look into freeze drying herbs. I don't know if there's a benefit to doing one over the other. Storage wise, I assume it's about the same. Yeah, so anyways, we are just trying to try new things. We're trying to grow, we're trying to learn, and just create a new way of living for ourselves and add to and grow our homestead. I hope that you will come along and join us as we learn, and if you guys have any questions about what we're doing or any suggestions on how I can do things better or different, feel free to put them in down below and I will take a look at them and if possible address them in a future video or just in the comments depending on what it is. So anyways, I am super excited that we can do this together, and I just want to thank you for coming along and joining our super adventurous journey to homesteading.